This is a calm 60-minute bedtime story for sleep. Nothing sudden will happen. Nothing will change quickly. You can simply listen and rest. The rain is already here. Steady outside the window glass. Clear enough to feel. Soft enough to stay gentle. A dim lantern keeps the room warm. Not bright. Not sharp. Just a small, quiet glow. You do not need to do anything. Nothing to solve. Nothing to understand. Not now. Just listen. And let your body be held. In and out. Let the breath arrive on its own. No effort. No forcing. Just breathing. If a thought appears, that is fine. You can notice it. And let it drift away. Like a faint shape behind the glass. Back to the rain. Back to the warm, dim light. Back to the quiet room. The window stays closed. The night stays outside. Nothing comes in. Nothing changes fast. Safe. Calm. Slow. Quiet. You can allow your shoulders to soften. Not forced. Just allowed. You can allow your jaw to loosen. The tongue can rest. The forehead can smooth. In and out. Feel the support under you. The bed. The cushion. The chair. Wherever you are. Supported. Held. Not falling. The rain keeps the same steady rhythm. Not loud. Not silent. Just present. You can let the sound fill the space. And you can let it stay outside you too. Either way is fine. Cool outside. Warm inside. You do not need to choose. You can rest between them. If your mind tries to name things, let it. Then let it stop. Name. Stop. Not now. Not needed. Let your attention become softer. Less narrow. More wide. The edges of the room can fade. Time can feel less sharp. That is fine. You are not trying. You are letting. In and out. Now notice your hands. Let the fingers be loose. Let the palms be heavy. Notice your arms. Let them sink. A little. Then a little more. Notice your legs. The weight of the thighs. The calves. The feet. Heavy. Safe. Still. If you notice any tension, you do not have to fix it. You can simply stop holding. Just a little. Back to the rain. Back to the lantern glow. Steady rain. Dim lantern. Window glass. Safe. Slow. Warm. Quiet. Let the next exhale be slightly longer. Just slightly. And after the exhale, a small pause. A simple still moment. Rain. Pause. Warmth. Pause. You do not need to count. You do not need to measure. Just listen. Let thoughts become quieter. Let the space between them grow. The rain does not rush. So you do not rush. In and out. If you hear a stronger drop, you can allow it. If you hear a softer wash, you can allow it. Steady. Steady. The lantern stays gentle. The room stays quiet. Nothing is waiting for you. Nothing needs your attention. Not now. You can let the face soften again. The eyes can rest. The cheeks can relax. A small exhale. And a small pause. In and out. This is a safe place to drift. A quiet place to rest. Steady rain outside. Warm dim light inside. And you can simply listen. And rest. The rain can be the only thing you notice. Then it can move to the background. Either way is fine. You do not have to stay focused. You do not have to hold attention. You can let it come and go. In and out. Notice the space around your body. The air on the skin. The quiet distance of the room. Nothing is close. Nothing is pressing. Everything is calm. If the mind brings a memory, you can let it be thin. Like paper. Like mist. It can pass through without weight. Back to the rain. Back to the glow. Steady rain on the other side of the window glass. A dim lantern inside. A quiet room holding you. Safe. Slow. Warm. Quiet. Let the chest rise a little. Let it fall a little. No effort. Let the belly be soft. Not held in. Not braced. Just soft. In and out. You may notice the weight of the head. Resting. Supported. The neck can release. Just a little. Then a little more. If you swallow, that is fine. If you shift, that is fine. Nothing needs to be perfect. The rain keeps going. Steady. Reliable. You can trust the steadiness. You can borrow it. You can let your body match it. In and out. Now notice the room again. The dim light. The gentle shadow. The quiet corners. Nothing moves quickly. Nothing changes suddenly. You can let your eyelids feel heavier. Not forced. Just heavy. You can let the muscles around the eyes soften. In and out. If you notice sound in the house, you can allow it. It can come and go. The rain remains. The quiet remains. You remain safe. Back to the steady rain. Back to the dim lantern. You do not need to think about tomorrow. You do not need to think about later. Not now. Just this. Just rain. Just quiet. Just warmth. In and out. Let the shoulders drop again. A small drop. A small release. Let the elbows feel heavy. Let the wrists feel loose. Let the hands be still. Or let them be soft. Either way is fine. Supported. Held. The rain is steady. The light is dim. The room is quiet. Safe. Slow. Warm. Quiet. Stay here. Stay with this simple sameness. Nothing to do. Nothing to solve. Not now. In and out. And if you drift, that is good. If you float, that is good. If you fade, that is good. You can simply listen. And rest. The rain stays steady outside the window glass. It does not hurry. It does not stop. It simply continues. The dim lantern stays low. A small warmth in the room. Soft light. Soft shadow. You can let your attention settle here. Not tight. Not sharp. Just resting. In and out. If you feel awake, that is fine. You do not need to change it. You can let the wakefulness sit beside you. Quietly. The rain can carry the night for you. So you do not have to. In and out. Notice the air around your face. The stillness. The calm. You can let the eyes be heavy. Not forced. Just heavy. You can let the mouth be soft. The jaw loose. The tongue resting. In and out. Now we stay with simple repetition. Not to achieve. Not to fix. Just to settle. Steady rain. Warm dim light. Quiet room. window glass. Safe. Slow. Warm. Quiet. If thoughts come, let them come. If they go, let them go. You do not follow. You do not fight. You simply return. Return to rain. Return to warmth. Return to quiet. In and out. You can feel the support under the body again. The places that are held. The places that can become heavy. The shoulders. The arms. The hands. The back. The hips. The legs. Held. Supported. Safe. In and out. Let the breath be small. Not deep. Not controlled. Just present. A soft inhale. A soft exhale. Nothing to do. Not now. The rain stays clear enough to feel. Not so loud that it pushes. Not so small that it disappears. Just present. You can let it be the background. Or the center. Either is fine. In and out. Now notice the space behind your eyes. A quiet space. A soft darkness. No need to picture. No need to imagine. Just resting in that space. In and out. If you notice your mind making sentences, let them thin out. Shorter. Softer. Less important. A thought can begin and end before it becomes a story. Not now. Return to rain. Steady rain outside the window glass. Dim lantern inside. Quiet room holding you. Safe. Slow. Warm. Quiet. In and out. Now we let the body settle in waves. A little more in the shoulders. A little more in the chest. A little more in the belly. A little more in the legs. Not forced. Just allowed. In and out. If you notice any bracing, you can release it. A small release. Then another. You do not have to relax perfectly. You can relax in small pieces. In and out. The rain continues. Steady. Reliable. Simple. You can let that simplicity spread through you. Simple breath. Simple weight. Simple quiet. In and out. Now we stay with a few gentle phrases. Nothing to do. Not now. Safe here. Slow now. Not repeated too fast. Just returning. Like the rain returning. Nothing to do. Not now. In, and out. Let the forehead soften again. Let the scalp soften. Let the space behind the ears soften. Small softening. Then more. In, and out. If you notice your heart beating, let it be. No need to check. No need to judge. It can simply beat. The rain keeps its steady pattern. The lantern keeps its gentle glow. You are held by the room. You are held by the night. In, and out. Now let the attention drift lower. Down to the throat. Down to the chest. Down to the belly. Nothing to tighten. Nothing to hold. In, and out. Let the belly be soft. Let it rise. Let it fall. Simple. Quiet. In, and out. If you notice your hands, let them be heavy. If you notice your feet, let them be heavy. Heavy is fine. Heavy is safe. In, and out. The window glass stays between you and the night. A quiet boundary. A safe distance. Outside is rain. Inside is warmth. No need to think. No need to watch. No need to listen closely. Just listen. Softly. In, and out. Now we allow the mind to become less busy. Not by pushing. By not feeding. A thought comes. You do not add. You do not explain. You do not continue. You return. To rain. Steady rain. Dim lantern. Quiet room. Safe. Slow. Warm. Quiet. In, and out. Let the pause after the exhale be a little longer. Just a little. And in that pause, nothing happens. Nothing needs to happen. In, and out. If you drift, that is good. If you fade, that is good. If you simply rest without sleep yet, that is good. Nothing to do. Not now. The rain remains steady outside the window glass. The lantern remains dim and warm. The room remains quiet. And you can simply listen. And rest. Notice the body again. Not to analyze. Just to feel. The rain stays steady outside the window glass. The dim lantern stays warm inside. And your body can settle between those two things. In and out. Feel the weight of your head. Resting. Supported. Not held up by effort. Feel the back of the head. The neck. The shoulders. You do not have to loosen everything at once. Small releases are enough. In and out. Notice the forehead. Let it be smooth. Notice the space behind the eyes. Let it be quiet. Notice the cheeks. Soft. Notice the jaw. Loose. If the teeth are touching, you can let them separate. Just a little. In and out. Let the tongue rest. Heavy in the mouth. No words needed. Now feel the throat. Not tight. Open enough. Easy enough. In and out. Bring attention to the chest. Not deep breathing. Just the simple movement. A small rise. A small fall. Nothing to do. Just noticing. In and out. If the breath feels shallow, that is fine. If it feels slow, that is fine. You do not correct it. You allow it. In and out. Now feel the belly. Let it be soft. Not held in. Not braced. Just soft. A gentle inhale. A gentle exhale. In and out. Now notice the back. The weight of the spine. The points of contact. Supported. Held. If there is any tight place, you do not fight it. You simply stop holding around it. A small release. In and out. Bring attention to the shoulders again. Let them drop a little. Not forced. Just allowed. Let the arms feel heavy. Upper arms. Elbows. Forearms. Wrists. Heavy. Safe. In and out. Now notice the hands. The palms. The fingers. Let them be loose. If the fingers are curled, let them soften. If the hands are tense, let them rest. In and out. The rain remains steady. Not too loud. Not too small. Just present. That steadiness can help your body stay still. Without effort. In and out. Now bring attention to the hips. the pelvis, the weight at the center, supported, held. Let the hips be heavy. Let the lower back be quiet. In, and out. Now notice the thighs. Heavy. Resting. Notice the knees. No need to hold them. Notice the calves. The ankles. The feet. Heavy feet. Quiet feet. In, and out. If you feel a small urge to move, you can allow it to pass. You do not have to respond. You can wait. And it can fade. In, and out. Now we stay with very simple body phrases. Not to think. Just to settle. Heavy head. Soft face. Loose jaw. Warm chest. Soft belly. Heavy legs. Slow. Quiet. In, and out. If a thought tries to appear, you can let the body be louder than the thought. Not by force. By attention. Back to the breath. Back to the weight. In, and out. Notice the pause after the exhale. A small pause. A quiet space. Nothing happens there. Nothing needs to happen. In, and out. Let the inhale be natural. Let the exhale be easy. Let the pause be simple. In, and out. If the chest feels tight, you do not push it open. You soften around it. A small softening. If the belly feels tense, you do not force it. You let it be. And you stop bracing. In, and out. Now feel the contact points again. Where the body meets support. The pillow. The bed. The chair. Those places can take your weight. So you do not have to. In, and out. The rain stays steady outside the window glass. The lantern stays dim and warm. The room stays quiet. Your body can match that quiet. Slowly. Naturally. In, and out. Now let the attention move like a slow scan. Head. Face. Neck. Shoulders. Arms. Hands. Chest. Belly. Hips. Legs. Feet. No rushing. No fixing. Just noticing. In, and out. If you find a tense place, you can do one thing. You can exhale. And stop holding. That is enough. In, and out. You might feel warmth from the lantern. A soft warmth in the room. Not bright. Not sharp. Just warm. And the rain stays cool outside the glass. Cool outside. Warm inside. Your body can rest in that balance. In, and out. Now let the breath become quieter. Not smaller on purpose. Just quieter. Less noticeable. Less important. In, and out. You do not need to listen closely. You do not need to focus hard. You can let attention loosen. Loose attention. Heavy body. Steady rain. In, and out. If sleep comes, let it come. If it does not come yet, that is fine. You are still resting. You are still settling. In, and out. Heavy head. Soft face. Warm chest. Soft belly. Heavy legs. Safe. Slow. Warm. Quiet. The rain remains steady outside the window glass. And you can simply listen. And rest. The rain stays steady outside the window glass. The lantern stays dim. The room stays warm and quiet. You do not need to think. Not now. In, and out. Let the mind be simple. Not busy. Not working. Just quiet. If a thought appears, you can let it be small. Thin. Light. Not important. No need to follow it. No need to answer it. No need to finish it. In, and out. Return to the rain. Steady. Present. Easy to hear. Return to the dim light. Soft. Warm. Quiet. Nothing to do. Not now. In, and out. Let words become lighter now. Less meaning. Less effort. Just sound. Just rhythm. Just repetition. In, and out. You can let the mind drift. Like a slow fog. Like a soft blur. No pictures needed. No stories needed. No plans needed. Not now. In, and out. A thought can begin, and end, before it becomes anything. Begin. And, in, and out. You do not need to hold attention. You do not need to focus. You can let attention loosen. Loose attention. Heavy body. Steady rain. In and out. If the mind tries to name things, let it fade. Name. Fade. If it tries to explain, let it fade. Explain. Fade. If it tries to remember, let it fade. Remember. Fade. Not now. In and out. The rain stays outside. The glass stays between you and the night. A quiet boundary. A safe distance. Warm inside. Cool outside. In and out. Let the pause after the exhale be simple. A small pause. A quiet space. Nothing happens there. Nothing needs to happen. In and out. Now we use fewer words. And softer words. Safe. Slow. Quiet. In and out. If you notice a thought, you can say one thing. Not now. And return. Return to rain. Steady rain. Steady. In and out. Let the mind become like the rain. Repeating. Simple. No meaning. Just pattern. In and out. You can stop searching for sleep. You can stop checking. You can stop trying. Sleep can come on its own. Not forced. Not chased. In and out. If the mind brings a worry, let it be thin. If it brings a list, let it be thin. If it brings a picture, let it be thin. Thin thoughts. Light thoughts. Passing. In and out. Return to the sound. Return to the steady rain outside the window glass. Steady. Steady. In and out. You can let the face soften. Without thinking about it. Just soften. You can let the eyes rest. Just rest. You can let the jaw loosen. Just loosen. In and out. No need to check if it worked. Not now. In and out. The lantern stays dim. The room stays quiet. The rain stays steady. Nothing changes quickly. Nothing asks for attention. In and out. Now the mind can be empty enough. Not perfectly empty. Just empty enough. Empty enough to drift. Empty enough to fade. In and out. Let thoughts be like distant shapes behind the glass. You can notice them. And you can let them blur. Blur. Fade. In and out. You do not need to understand these words. You do not need to hold them. You can let them pass through. Like rain passing the window. In and out. Now we stay with a few simple phrases. Nothing to do. Not now. Safe here. Slow now. Nothing to do. Not now. In and out. If you feel the body, let it be heavy. Heavy is fine. Heavy is safe. In and out. If you do not feel much, that is fine. Less feeling is fine. Less noticing is fine. In and out. Let everything become less sharp. Less defined. Less important. The rain remains. The warmth remains. The quiet remains. In and out. A thought starts. And it ends. Start. End. In and out. No story. No explanation. No effort. Just rain. Just quiet. Just dim light. In and out. And if sleep comes, let it come. If it comes slowly, let it come slowly. Nothing to do. Not now. Steady rain outside the window glass. Dim lantern inside. Quiet room holding you. In and out. The rain is steady outside the window glass. The lantern is dim inside. The room is quiet. Everything can sink now. Slowly. Gently. In and out. No need to think. Not now. Let the words be soft. Let them pass. No need to hold them. In and out. You can feel the weight of the body again. Heavy head. Heavy shoulders. Heavy arms. Heavy hands. Heavy chest. Soft belly. Heavy hips. Heavy legs. Heavy feet. Held. Supported. In and out. Let the breath be quiet. Not small on purpose. Just quiet. A soft inhale. A soft exhale. A simple pause. In and out. If a thought appears, it can be very far away. Distant. Faint. Like a sound behind the rain. You do not follow it. You do not answer it. You let it fade. In and out. The rain continues. Steady. Reliable. Simple. The steadiness can pull you downward. Like a slow settling. In and out. Let the face soften again. Smooth forehead. Soft eyes. Loose jaw. No effort. In and out. Let the shoulders drop. Just a little. Then nothing. Let the hands be loose. No gripping. No holding. In and out. Now we allow more space between thoughts. More quiet. More blank. Blank is fine. Blank is safe. In and out. You do not need to understand. You do not need to remember. Not now. Just rain. Just warmth. Just quiet. In and out. The window glass stays between you and the night. A safe distance. A calm boundary. Outside is rain. Inside is warm dim light. In and out. Let attention become wide and soft. Not focused. Not narrow. Wide. Soft. In and out. If you notice the pause after the exhale, let it lengthen. Just a little. No forcing. Pause. Quiet. In and out. Now fewer words. Less meaning. Safe. Slow. Quiet. In and out. The body can sink deeper into support. The bed. The cushion. The chair. It holds you. So you do not have to. In and out. Let the mind stop searching. Stop checking. Stop trying. Sleep can come on its own. Slowly. Naturally. In and out. If you drift, that is good. If you fade, that is good. If you float in quiet half sleep, that is good. Nothing to do. Not now. In and out. The rain stays steady. Clear enough to feel. gentle enough to stay soft. The lantern stays dim, warm enough to comfort, quiet enough to disappear. In and out. Let the breath become even easier. No effort. No control. Just breathing. In and out. Now we stay with simple phrases. Not repeated too fast. Just returning. Nothing to do. Not now. Safe here. Slow now. In and out. You can let the eyelids be heavy. You can let the eyes rest. If they move behind closed lids, that is fine. You do not follow. In and out. Let the tongue rest. Let the throat be easy. Let the chest be quiet. Let the belly be soft. In and out. Now the words can thin out more. Less and less. Like a whisper. Then less than a whisper. In and out. Rain outside the window glass. Warm dim light inside. Quiet room holding you. Safe. Slow. Warm. Quiet. In and out. And if sleep takes you, let it. You do not need to notice. You do not need to decide. Nothing to do. Not now. In and out. The rain stays steady outside the window glass. The lantern stays dim. The room stays quiet. Nothing to do. Not now. In and out. Let the body be heavy. Let the face be soft. Let the eyes rest. In and out. If a thought appears, let it fade. No need to follow. No need to answer. In and out. Steady rain. Warm dim light. Quiet room. Safe. Slow. Quiet. In and out. Let the breath be easy. A soft inhale. A soft exhale. A simple pause. In and out. You do not need to understand these words. You do not need to remember them. They can pass through. In and out. The room holds you. The support stays under you. You can stop holding. In and out. Nothing changes quickly. Nothing asks for attention. Not now. Steady rain outside the window glass. dim lantern inside. Quiet everywhere. In, and out. And if sleep comes, let it come. If it comes slowly, that is fine. Nothing to do. Not now.